With the sheer complexity of simulation and emergent gameplay in Noita comes the possibility of many unintended features. The following 5 exploits are not only very simple to perform, but also give the player a significant advantage by severely cutting down on the amount of time it takes to get overpowered. So, if you're gonna abuse exploits in this game, these are the ones you want to learn first. We'll begin with a recent discovery by Abstinent Turtle. Just get yourself a nice empty potion flask and approach a liquid you would like to put in said flask. Now, make sure you have the flask selected, i.e. in your hands, and open your inventory. Then, left click and hold on the flask as if you're gonna drag it around, but do not drag it around. Just hold left mouse on the flask without moving it. Now, close your inventory, and then drag the flask to where you want to carefully toss it into the liquid. If you're still on the early access control scheme like I am, and throw is also left click, just bind a second key to throw in your options. I use T, because you do not want to let go of left click. After your flask is suitably filled and your finger is still holding left click, just drag your pointer over an empty item slot and then let go. Voila! The flask teleports right into your arms. Magic. Oh, and make sure you quickly select that item slot or weird things can happen, like the item could cease to exist. Here's a text explanation to help. Textplanation? Now, I know what you're thinking. How is this OP? Well, this is not. But you can extend this glitch to wands in order to hold and use 5 of them instead of 4. Thanks to Adam Guy for finding this one. So, if you have 5 wands that you want to use, all you have to do is open your inventory, click and hold one over a slot, like so, then press E to look at a wand, pressing E again to actually pick it up or buy it. Then you go to the next wand, press E to look at it, then the number of an empty slot, and finally the same for the last wand, pressing the number for the final empty slot. Now you let go of that first wand and boom, you now have 5 wands equipped that you can scroll to and fire. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the visual. This one I already made a video on here. It's the Heartbreak Exploit. You need one of these guys. The earliest you can find one is the Magical Temple. It helps to stain yourself with ambrosia. Do so and let him hit you until your max HP is reduced to minimum. Then quickly go and pick up a heart of any kind, and when all the debuffs wear off, you'll have multiplied your max HP. I've also already made a video of this one, the Weakening Exploit. Basically, you want one of these guys to hit you, and then, when there's only around 4 seconds of the debuff left, you want to hit yourself with one of the Weakening Curse spells. This will make you 25% more resistant to the damage type of that Weakening Curse. So, repeat it 4 times to take no damage from either projectiles, explosions, electricity, or melee. Repeat it 5 times to heal from these damage sources permanently. This one does take a bit more effort than the others on this list, but the payoff is absolutely huge for longer mid-game runs. Here's a pretty basic wand loadout that'll allow you to pull this off. If you want more details, be sure to check out my video focusing on this. Alright, now we get to it. Extremely easy and very, very useful for early game. All you need is a flask of Pheromone, a wand with no spells on it, and preferably a tablet. Throw the wand down into the Pheromone, and then throw the tablet down for a simple and effective money farm. You can stay here however long you want, farming as much gold as you want, and you can do this as early as the mines. Basically what's happening here is there's a mechanic in the game where you can charm wands with Pheromone to fight for you. The game actually spawns a ghost to pick up the wand. However, as with any entity, if there's no spell on the wand, then the ghost's like, not interested, and then goes about its day, but the game then spawns another one, infinitely, and these ghosts drop gold when trick killed. So, do what any self-respecting Noita would do and conk them in the head with a tablet. While you can get a good amount of gold fairly quickly, if you were to have an Uko and maybe some perks, especially the Attract Gold perk, you could make a hot tub, aka a very effective AFK farm. You could sit here all day. Well, maybe more like a couple hours. Eventually all the Pheromone will be displaced and disappear, but you could probably get a few 100,000 gold by then, just by bringing a Pheromone flask and an Uko with you into a holy mountain. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but not as crazy as the next one. Oh, and you could kick the statue as well if you're in a hurry. It's a little faster for small amounts of gold, but be careful because kicking could aggro the ghosts, and they could kill you pretty quickly, so maybe stick to the tablet or Thunderstone. And now we get to the glitch that I said I would never make a video of. Why the change of heart? Even though this is an extremely broken bug, it'll help people finish the game, and that's what I want. I want people to experience everything this difficult but amazing game has to offer. It's up to you whether or not you want to take advantage of this. I put the ball in your court. I don't want to withhold any information from any of you guys. So, here we go. I'm sure we've all had this happen. You gotta go take a break, go do something else, so you shut the game down, except you were stained with Acceleratium. So when you start the game back up, you're like, whoa, I'm so much faster, what the heck? For like 10 seconds or so. That is the stain glitch. The game remembers you're stained, but then reapplies the buff from that stain on top of the one you already had when you shut the game down. In the case of Acceleratium, you can actually apply this infinitely by restarting the game as many times as you want. And then, woo, my god. Now, that's fun and all, but that's not exactly OP. What is, think about it. Ambrosia. That's right. Stain yourself with ambrosia and then restart the game, and as long as you don't restain yourself with ambrosia, you'll have just over 2 minutes of protection from everything. This guy, no problem. Drowning, no problem. Lava, no problem. No problem. But then after 2 minutes, ow. So obviously, that probably takes the cake for the most powerful exploit in this entire game. And yeah, for months, I refused to cover it in a video, but again, it's up to you whether or not you want to take advantage of any of this stuff. So there you go. What's important is just have fun. Enjoy the game. That's why we play games. Now, before we get out of here, here's a couple honorable mentions. Breaking the perk reroll machines. Yeah, it's extremely useful to do this and leads to godlike power for long runs, but having to travel into multiple parallel worlds basically precludes it from this list because it takes a lot of work to do. Again, if you want more details on how to do this, I have a video on it. And did you know that if you find a meditation cube, you can cast Return right before jumping into the portal to basically steal the ability to edit wands anywhere? As long as you don't jump into either of the portals again, you can keep the ability forever. Very, very useful, but it doesn't work with the lake bunkers, and the meditation cube is very rare, so that limits the usefulness of this one. Thanks, Abupa. Anyway, guys, use this knowledge how you will, but most importantly, have fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy noiting.